guys, welcome to what is hopefully going to be a nice productive day in my life. I want to do a bunch of spring cleaning and organizing today. First of all, good morning to Tala. I need to get ready because I have my annual pap smear this morning, so I'm gonna get ready for that and then I will see you guys in a little bit. Bee's looking out the window. What do you see out there? Alright, I'm back home. Doctor went great, went by super fast, honestly. If you have been putting off making a doctor's appointment, this is your sign. Pause the video, make that phone call, get it done. So I made some breakfast. I'm just having a little peanut butter and banana waffle sandwich. So that is what I'm having to eat. And this morning I'm also having a magic mind because I want to have a really productive day. I have been loving these little productivity shots, and Magic Mind also is the sponsor of today's vlog. I was really intrigued when I first heard about Magic Mind because as you guys know, I've mentioned a few times recently that I can't really drink coffee much. I mean, I still will have it sometimes, but I can't really drink very much of it because it makes me just super jittery and anxious. But some days I still really crave that caffeine boost to keep me focused and productive. So Magic Mind really appealed to me because they claim to give you sustained energy throughout the day without the jitters and the energy crash that comes with coffee. I've always struggled with procrastination and like staying on task, actually so much so that I'm currently in the process of being tested for ADHD. So even though I was kind of skeptical at first, I thought, I mean, why not give it a try? And I'm so glad I did because I'm not being melodramatic when I say that these have been life-changing for me. So when I drink one of these, I notice almost an immediate energy boost, but it really does last throughout the whole day. I don't feel any sort of anxiety. I almost feel more like clear-headed and calm, which I feel like helps me actually get started on tasks and stay focused for longer. I think what makes Magic Mind so great for me is that it has a nice balance of both energy boosting ingredients like L-theanine, lion's mane, nootropics, and also anxiety calming ingredients like ashwagandha that is supposed to kind of level you out. We finished the entire case that they sent, and I ended up buying another one with my own money because I didn't want to be without it. I definitely feel like this is going to be something I continue to spend my own money on even after the sponsorship because it really has been that much of a game changer for me. So I definitely recommend trying Magic Mind, especially if you're like me and you struggle with procrastination or just trouble focusing. If you want to try it for yourself, click the link in my description box, and for the next 10 days you can use my code SarahRose20 for up to 56% off your first subscription. Oh, and they also offer a money back guarantee. So if you end up not liking it, they will give you a 100% refund, no questions asked. So I think that's great. You know, there's really no risk in trying it if you are curious. So thank you so much to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's video, and bottoms up. Alright, before we get started on cleaning, which is the main goal of this vlog, I want to put on a little makeup. Just gonna do like a no makeup look today because I have ballet later and I don't like to wear a ton of makeup to ballet. So starting out with my Ardell brow glue, still my favorite. Alright, so there's my very light, minimal, I mean for me it's minimal, makeup look. So I just did a little bit of skin tint, some nude blush. On my eyes I have on the Merit Solo Shadow in Studio, and then some brown mascara, which is my go-to for a lighter makeup day like today. And then on my lips I have on the Jones Road lip tint in the shade Nude Mauve. This has been my go-to lip for the past like 2 months. I love it. Kind of feel like this eyeshadow is pulling really red for some reason, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. Time to get to work. Okay, hi, we are in my bathroom, and this is the current state of our bathroom counter. This is Nathan's side, this is my side. there's just a lot going on here. So we're gonna organize this. I really do not need to have all of this skincare on this counter because I don't need to, like, I'm not using all of this every day. So I really want to organize this, put things the way that I don't need to have access to every single day. Like, I really want the things on my bathroom counter to just be the things I'm using every day. So that definitely needs to be figured out. And then this also needs some serious work. This is the cabinet under the sink. It's so hard to figure out how to organize this space because it's just like a big wide open cabinet. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of vertical space in here. It's just kind of hard to figure out how to best utilize it. But I'm hoping I can organize this without having to buy anything new. Like I want to just use the organizers that I have and somehow optimize them as best as I can. And then we also have this big medicine cabinet with quite a bit of shelving space inside. But everything in here is just kind of put in here randomly, like there's no real storage system going on. So I'm gonna start by taking everything out of here, everything off of the counter, and then from there we can decide what each section of this space will be designated for. Okay, got everything out from under the sink.
Afterwards, I don't know if this helps so much with the pigmentation or the tretinoin did, but...
Okay, so I took everything out of the cabinets and off of the counter, and this is all of it. And I also wiped everything down with cleaner. I also cleaned the mirrors. Still working through this Blue Land glass and mirror cleaner. It works well, but I cannot stand the smell of this. And I also vacuumed out and wiped down the surface of the cabinet and also the cabinet doors. So now that all that is done, I'm thinking a good next step is going to be to decide what is going on top of the counter. That'll just be like my current skincare rotation. And then once that is narrowed down, then I think it'll be a lot easier to decide what to do with the cabinets. So this is the tray that I set my just everyday skincare on top of. I think I got this at TJ Maxx or Home Goods, or are those the same thing? I don't know. I got it at one of those stores a couple years ago. So that fits really nicely right here. Going in order of a regular skincare routine, I've got my cleansing balm. This is the one I'm using right now for Milk Makeup. My cleanser that I have out here on the counter is the Proven Personalized Cleanser. Still really enjoying this. I think this is probably running low, but that'll be the one I use until it's done. Then I have a few different serums on rotation. I like to have a few different kinds for different skin concerns. So one of them is a BHA exfoliant. This is the Paula's Choice Calm 1% BHA sensitive skin exfoliant. This is a great BHA if you have sensitive skin. I use it about once a week, and I do feel like it really helps with texture and breakouts. So that I like to keep out. Then this is something I would like to use more. The Paula's Choice 25% vitamin C plus glutathione clinical serum. This would be a good one to use in the mornings, and it has kind of like a lightweight moisturizer sort of texture, so I think it would be good under sunscreen if I want just a little extra layer of hydration. Then for a hydrating serum, this is the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. And then this one, I'm about halfway through. This is the Cocoa Kind Chlorophyll Discoloration Serum. I mostly just use this on my neck and chest and the backs of my hands. Every night I'll use one of these serums on my neck, chest, and hands because I'm really trying to get in the habit of like actually using skincare on those areas. So this has been good for that. I do want to continue working through that as well. Then for moisturizer, we have a more lightweight one and then a more like rich, heavy-duty moisturizer. So this lightweight one is the Ilia Base Face Milk. It's a funny name. This, you can see it's very liquidy. It's almost like a cross between a toner and a moisturizer. So this is really good for daytime. And then this one I've been using at night. This is the Revolution Miracle Cream. I like this. Like the texture is really nice and rich. very thick, but this is one of the most strongly scented moisturizers I've ever come across. Then I also have my prescription tretinoin and also a non-prescription retinol. This is the Cocoa Kind Beginner Retinol Gel. This I've been using on my neck and chest and hands, and also I'll use it on my face if I don't want something quite as strong as my regular tretinoin, but I still want to use a retinol. I'll use this. It's actually really nice, very gentle. I'm almost done with that. Go ahead and finish that off. My eye cream I've been using, this is the 100% pure coffee bean caffeine eye cream. This is huge. It's going to take a long time to use this up, but I'm working my way through it. Usually I like to put some body care on this tray as well since they fit. So I have a couple of body lotions here. This is the Versed Retinol Body Lotion. And then I also have this JLo Titan & Tease Ultimate Body Serum. This has like AHAs, so it's good for KP and just like texture. Typically what I'll do is I'll use one of these, so I'll do like the retinol cream one day, and then the next day I'll use a regular body lotion, which lately has been the Trader Joe's body butter, and then the next day I'll use the other one of these, so the JLo serum, and then the next day again I'll use a regular body lotion, then retinol. So I just kind of alternate these two, and in between I use regular body lotion, and that's been working really well for me. So these two I'm gonna keep back here. The body butter, this is kind of awkward to store. I guess I can just keep it right there. And then I also have this Osea body oil, which I don't use all the time, but sometimes, you know, just for a little treat, I'll use that. I've also been keeping my Tower 28 lip gloss here with my skincare, just in hopes that I'll use it more often. I am getting really low on this. I'm about to here now, you can see. So it's almost gone, and I just want to finish this up. So I'm gonna keep that right there so I remember to use it. All right, then I grabbed my lip balm. This is the Nomad Air, the lip salve. This has been my nighttime lip balm. Okay, so that all fits really nicely. I also have a few more things that I would like to keep out here. This is the hand cream I've been using at night after whatever like serum I have on. I'll put this on top. I'm just gonna tuck that right there. I think it's fine to just have a couple things here on the counter as long as it's not too much. Also, I've been trying out, I guess I don't need to have 2 body oils at once. So I'm gonna put this away for now, but this is the Cocoa Kind Ceramide Body Oil Stick. I'm gonna try and use up this Osea body oil first, and then I will move on to the Cocoa Kind stick. Then this is a new thing I've been trying out. I ordered a few things from this Prequel Skin brand, and this is their Skin Utility Ointment. This is really nice. It's kind of like I think it's like a petrolatum based ointment. So you can use it kind of like you would use Vaseline, but you can use it on your hands, any kind of dry areas. Yesterday my skin was feeling really dry on my face, so I put some of this like on top of my moisturizer before I went to bed last night, and I woke up feeling very moisturized and like not nearly as dry as yesterday. So really pleased with this so far. I think, yeah, I'm gonna squeeze this up here as well. Can I? Okay, I'm gonna put my cleanser right here. Just because, I don't know, this, when I use this, it kind of gets wet, and I don't really want to get this wood wet, so I think it makes more sense to have this on the countertop. Now, these are all the other products that I need to figure out what to do with. So some of this will go into the medicine cabinet, and then some of it will go into my makeup room closet where I keep like skincare that I will eventually use, but that I'm just not going to use right now. All right, I'm going to sort all of this into categories. So I have, let's see, a bunch of sunscreens. I am in the process of testing sunscreens for my next sunscreen roundup, so there's a lot of that here. I don't think I'm going to keep all of the sunscreens that I'm currently testing in the bathroom just because there's a lot and it would take up the entire counter space. I have actually a bin where I'm keeping them in my makeup room, so I think that's where I'll keep the bulk of them, and then I'll just bring like 1 or 2 in here to test at a time. So that's the plan there. Those are all sunscreens. This deodorant is empty, so I'm gonna put that in my empties bin. This is also empty, so I can recycle that. All right, I've got things a little bit better sorted now. So this right here is skincare that I don't want to keep in the bathroom right now. I have a couple other cleansers that I will use once I run out of my proven one that I'm working through. Then I have like some toners here. that I just don't need to have out right now. This Cocoa Kind body oil stick. I might actually put this in my nightstand along with this Glow Recipe Hyaluronic Lip Balm. I've used a little bit of this, but I only want to have one lip balm in here at a time, so I'm going to keep working through that Nomad lip balm. And then after I use that one up, I'll probably get back to using this one. But I think in the meantime, I'll put that in my nightstand along with this, just in case, like, sometimes if I get into bed and then I realize I forgot to put on lip balm or something, it's nice to have one there as well. And then same with the body oil stick, like if I'm feeling kind of dry in bed and I don't want to get up, I might just use some of that. But the rest of this is going to go into my skincare bin in my closet in the makeup room. Okay, then over here I have things that I think I'm going to put in the medicine cabinet. Things like my contact solution, deodorant, my new obsession, which is saline nasal mist. I use this every day, morning and night. My doctor recommended it to help with allergies, and I really do feel like it has helped reduce my allergy symptoms. But that's going to go in the medicine cabinet. I also have my like body acne spray that I'm getting close to done with from Versed. Another new thing from Prequel, I think I'll go ahead and just keep this in the medicine cabinet. This is their hypochlorous acid spray. Believe it or not, I've never tried a hypochlorous acid spray before, even though I know they're supposed to be really helpful for acne. Yeah, I'm going to keep this in the medicine cabinet. I feel like that's a good place to keep this. Also, my Ordinary Lash Serum, I use this every night, but I keep it in the medicine cabinet just because it doesn't, I don't know, it like falls down when I keep it on top of the skincare tray. This I really need to use up. I think I'm going to just use this up on my body. In fact, you know what? Before I continue using the Trader Joe's body butter, I just want to use up this Eczema Honey. It's their soothing facial cream. I don't really use it on my face because it has coconut oil in it, but this was really helpful when I was having dermatitis on my eyelids. It really did help clear it up, but now I'm not really dealing with that issue, so I'm just going to use this up as a body lotion. I do need to finish this soon because I think it's probably going to go bad if I don't. I think I'll also go ahead and use this as my nighttime hand cream as well. So I'll take this EOS hand cream out for now until this is finished. Also, you're probably gonna laugh at me, but this is a highlighter and lotion mixture that I made last year. It has just the last bits of my Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. I have probably like one more use left of this. I don't know why I'm still hanging on to this. It's basically just a glowy body lotion. I wanted to use it up last summer, but just didn't finish it all the way. But now that the weather is starting to warm up, next time I wear like shorts or a dress, I'm going to use the rest of this. Seriously, like I need to finish it. Okay, so let's fill up this medicine cabinet now. This right here is the middle section of the medicine cabinet. And then right here on the bottom middle, I'm gonna keep things that I use every day, like the nasal spray, the acne mist, and also that Prequel hypochlorous spray. These are gonna be like probably 3 frequently used items. Then I'll also keep my deodorant here on this bottom shelf. This is the Everyman Jack Sandalwood Antiperspirant. I didn't know that Everyman Jack made antiperspirant, but I love the sandalwood scent. I used to use their body wash in the sandalwood scent and it smells so good. Oh, yeah, so that I've been really enjoying. That can go there as well. Then here in the middle shelf, I'll keep some of my eye care stuff, like my contact solution, my actual contacts. I don't wear these every day. We'll keep them there. Also have a spare pair of contacts I can keep there, and my glasses cleaning spray, my eye drops, those can all stay there. I feel like also in this middle shelf it'll make sense to put a few little dental care things. So I have my dental floss. Once I have room, I'll put that there. This is my retainer case. Usually I just keep my retainer in, I don't know if this is kind of gross to show. When I get up in the morning, I put it in Effrident in this little bowl, and I just keep that out on the counter. But I feel like this empty retainer case, I really don't need to access this very often. If anything, I think it makes more sense to put this with my travel stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I have these whitening strips, that those can go right there. So, okay, looking good so far. I'm happy with this. Not sure what's gonna go on that top shelf. Probably like less important stuff can go up there, so I'm not gonna do that just yet. So then here in this bottom right section, I'm gonna keep a few more skincare things. So I have these pimple patches from CosRx. I feel like that's a good thing to just keep in there for when I need it. My lash serum from The Ordinary. That can stay right there. in the corner. And then this is the ordinary rosehip seed oil. This is something I don't use all the time, but it's nice to have if my skin is like super dry. So I'll keep that there as well. Another thing I don't need to have out all the time, but it still makes sense to keep it here in the bathroom. This is the Ardell Seamless Lash Remover. This is the remover for those lashes that go underneath your natural lashes. On the rare event that I am wearing those, this is what I use to get it off. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of extra room in this, in the medicine cabinet. I'm gonna go ahead and keep my eyeglass case up here rather than leaving it on the bathroom counter. I'm gonna put that in there. I'll go ahead and put my lens cleaning spray over here next to the glasses case. Since I have so much extra room here, I'm gonna put these two creams up here. These are the ones that I'm gonna use up on my body. So just try to remember that I put those in there. All right, kind of a weird angle here. I don't keep a ton of hair care here in the medicine cabinet, but a couple things I do want to put up there on the top shelf. The Olaplex number 3. This is like a treatment for your hair that you put in before washing it. I'm gonna keep that up there. And then this is the Kristen S dry shampoo powder. Really like this. If you like a powder dry shampoo, this is great. It's very gentle. If you have a sensitive scalp, there's no scent or anything. Almost forgot this. This is like the last little bit of a sunscreen that I cut open. I'm gonna put that over here. This side I'm gonna put like some band-aids, our sewing kit. This is like a nail clipper kit. All right, actually didn't even end up filling up the whole medicine cabinet, but that's what the middle looks like. The top there is empty, which is fine with me, you know, doesn't have to be stuffed to the brim. A few other things here on this side. And then this side we've got just a few odds and ends. All right, then this is Nathan's skincare he's been using for moisturizer. This is the Paula's Choice Hydrating Treatment Mask. And then for his eye cream, he's been using this Paula's Choice Ceramide Enriched Firming Eye Cream. This has retinol. And then he loves Glow Recipe products, so I almost always give them to him when I get them in PR. This is their Pomegranate Peptide Firming Serum. And then in this is the Peach and Lily Moisturizer jar, but in here I decanted for him the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops because the pump kind of stops working towards the bottom, so that's what's in there. And then I don't know if he's been using this. I need to inquire about that, but this is the Glow Recipe Sunscreen. And this says it expires in June of this year, so he'd better get to using this because it feels pretty full. But I'm gonna ask him about that if he wants. If he doesn't like this, I'll give him a different one. But there's that. And then for when those Glow Recipe drops run out of here, we have another full one for him. I'll go ahead and put that here in the medicine cabinet since I know he's gonna use it. Okay, I've made a lot of progress with all the products that were on the floor before. This is what we have left. I'm gonna put these in my bedside table right now. Also gonna go ahead and put this hand cream in my bedside table. So these three are gonna go there. We actually just got these bedside tables and put them together this weekend. I am in love. I love the rattan. We have one on each side of the bed. And then also these matching lamps, which are super cute. But I just went ahead and put those products on top. I feel like I'm more likely to use them if they're on top rather than like shoved in the drawer. All right, so here's what we're working with now. These are the things that are gonna go into the makeup room closet that I'm gonna use once I finish some of the other stuff I'm working on. Then these are all sunscreens. I am drowning in sunscreens right now, but these are all gonna go into the makeup room. That's where I'm gonna keep all of my sunscreens that I'm currently testing. And then over here, these are a few things I decided I actually do wanna keep here in the bathroom. So the Kopari Lip Glossy, this is the shade called Sunset Kiss. It's a peach tinted lip balm. This is a good daytime lip balm. I do have that Tower 28 gloss in here, but I also like to keep this one in here. So I'm gonna just pop that one right over there as well. This, I forgot, I'm currently testing out the Glow Recipe Hue Drops. So this is like their bronzy version of the Watermelon Dew Drops. This is something that I basically use as like a morning serum. So I'm gonna keep that over here as well. And then this is the only sunscreen I'm gonna keep in here right now. This is the Purito Daily Go-To Sunscreen. You can see it's running low, but but this is kind of like my reset sunscreen. Some of the sunscreens I'm testing out, for example, have been drying out my skin. So when that happens, this is what I'll use in between to kind of like get my skin back to a good place. This is very rich and moisturizing. It's a little bit shiny, a little bit heavy for most days, but it's good for those times if my skin barrier is feeling a little compromised. This is just what I use on those days. So this makes sense to keep in here. I will keep it here in the medicine cabinet though. Okay, so this is everything we're left with to figure out what to do. Pretty much all of this came from under the sink. One thing I'm realizing, one of the things I was keeping under the sink was like travel bags and just travel items. I have a ton of little like travel pouches and related things like mini travel bottles and stuff. I'm thinking this kind of thing does not need to be under the sink. I think this makes more sense to keep in the makeup room closet because I don't need access to this stuff very often at all. Like we'd travel maybe a couple times a year, so I don't need to have all this under the sink taking up valuable real estate. So yeah, all of this I'm gonna put elsewhere. Okay, so the dreaded under the sink cabinet. Let's figure this out. I do have two of these things. These came from the dollar store. I wish they were a little bigger. Another thing I have here, so this is a shelf. I used to have it on top of our counter in our last apartment, but now it doesn't fit on our counter, but it's actually perfect for under the sink storage. So I've been using this for tall things that just don't really fit anywhere else, like hair products. I've got hairsprays, body sunscreens, some of my like hair color depositing conditioners. Here in this bottom section, I want to organize this better because I feel like this is a mess. I'll go ahead and keep these color depositing masks where they are. I think I want to try this peach one from ColourPop on like just the ends of my hair because I think I'm gonna get my hair cut soon, but I kind of want to try just this color in my hair because I've used this, but in the past I mixed it with other like red hair colors, so I kind of want to see what this does just by itself. Anyway, that's a side note, but these are really fun to use for like experimenting with color, although I will say red, at least, is really hard to get out of your hair. So I still have quite a bit of red in my hair and I haven't used any of these in like a year, so just putting that out there. Down here I have some hair stuff. This is a hair clip that I accidentally stole from Too Much Tosh in Vegas. She let me wear this to the Creators and Friends event, and it was perfect for the event. It was, yeah, so nice of her to let me borrow this, and I accidentally took it home with me. So next time I see you, Tosh, I will be giving this back. Okay, I was keeping a ton of hair ties down here in this little container. I've got like hair clips in there too, razors. This is currently being used for too many things. So honestly, if I keep hair ties down here, I never use them. So yeah, I don't know. I never have a good place to put these things. So let me think about that. So I think in this tin, I'm gonna keep kind of a weird combination of things, but hair clips and razors. Got all my like Billy razor refills. Those can stay in here. And then I'll have like my claw clips. I really don't wear claw clips that often these days. That can go there. And then I'm gonna find somewhere else to put all these scrunchies. And then I think everything up here on this top section can stay right where it is because yeah, it just works. It fits really well. Okay. Also have this basket. This has all of my hair tools, and honestly I think this is still the best way to store these. I'm just gonna untangle all these cords. What is in here? Ew. There's like so much dust in there. I'm gonna declutter this heatless hair thing. This came from Kitsch. I think I'm gonna see if anyone in our local Buy Nothing group wants this. The heatless curl thing is just not for me. Like, it just did not work for me. That's gonna be decluttered. I have my straightener. I know you're probably not supposed to do this with the cords, but I don't really know what else you want me to do, so it's fine. Fine with me. This waver, I really do not like this waver at all. Like, it makes my hair look super frizzy. This is the Conair one. Usually I love Conair hair tools, but this just was not good. It was like 25 bucks. I probably should have known it wasn't gonna work that well, but I think the barrels on this are just too small for me, and they just make my hair look frizzy and dry. But I'm gonna keep it for now just because it's the only waiver that I do have, but I want to get a better waiver at some point. I would say this is my most used hair tool. This is the Koki blowout brush. I think it's the medium size. I love this. I actually used it today. It just makes my hair super smooth and sleek and shiny. It moves through my strands really smoothly. It doesn't feel like it's like damaging my hair. I mean, I'm sure it is slightly because, you know, it's a heat styling product, but it feels as gentle as something like this could feel in my hair. So yeah, I really love this. I use it like 3 times a week probably. And then I also have my blow dryer, the Conair blow dryer. Pretty loyal to Conair, as you can see. Okay, so that fits really nicely. And then I also have these attachments for the hair dryer. I've got the diffuser and this other thing. So I'll just tuck those in there as well. This is like a hairbrush cleaning tool. I do need to clean my hairbrushes actually, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep this in here as well. Actually, I'm gonna use this to take the hair out of this Koki round brush. Oh yeah, and then this is like the travel case that came with that Conair straightener. I'll just tuck it down here at the bottom. Yeah, that's what I'll do. What a little sweetie. How are you, baby? Wanna come in? Okay, so this is a little extra basket I had under the sink. This I'm going to use for my hairbrushes and comb, and all of those scrunchies can live in here. And I think I'll actually just slide this back all the way, and then this can be right there. Okay, so here's what I've got going on in here so far. I have that shelf with all the products on it, and then here I have just hairbrushes and hair ties where I can easily access them. Cleaning products shoved all the way in the back. I'm thinking what I'll use this shelf surface for is toilet paper. I know under the sink is not the best place to store toilet paper because there's always a chance that the sink could flood, but I feel like at least keeping them elevated would reduce the chances of them getting damaged. So that's what I'll do. Obviously we need to buy more toilet paper because we have only 1 roll left, but that is where the big case of toilet paper can go. Okay, actually I decided to move the cleaning products from where they were. I don't know where I'm gonna put those yet, but I actually think I want to put the hair tools in this spot because, I mean, I know it's probably not ideal to have it under the pipes and everything, but I mean, something has to go here, and I don't really have anywhere else to store them, so this is where they're gonna go. Then this thing, actually I'm gonna put it like that. Then I also have this is the shower head we replaced with like a nicer shower head, but we'll keep it. I'll just put that all the way in the back there so that when we move out we can put it back. Then in these 2 baskets I have my reusable period underwear and pads, and then I keep this bin stacked underneath. This is what I use to soak them in before I wash them in the washing machine. Let's see if that will fit there, and then okay, still don't know about this. There's really not a perfect way to do this, I'm realizing. All right, I had another idea. 1 second. I feel like this is just one giant game of Tetris. Extra toothbrushes, those I'm just gonna kind of tuck in between there. And denture cleaner, this we use every single day, so kind of needs to be like right in the front there. We've got some extra wipes here. And then these extra flossers, let's see. I'm gonna put these actually in the medicine cabinet because I think there's plenty of room in there. I'm still not totally satisfied with this, but honestly, I don't think there is a perfect way to organize this. Kind of thinking I might want to get another couple of these things from the dollar store to create more room in here. But for now, this is what we're working with. See, the problem is there's really not going to be a good place to put toilet paper. There's just hardly any room for toilet paper here. So I really don't know what to do about that. I'm thinking if I got a couple more of these, I could keep some of this stuff underneath and then have the toilet paper on top. So that might be what I do. Let me just rearrange things one more time and see if I can come up with something better. I'll be right back. Okay, wait a second. I think I figured it out. So I ended up moving both of these shelves back, basically where they were to begin with. This will be where the toilet paper can go. So I overlapped them just slightly so that they would both fit here. The cleaning supplies are in the back there. I won't be able to get the basket out without moving the shelves, but usually I don't need to take the basket out fully. Like, I'll just grab what I need from the basket and that's fine. So if I need to access it, I'll just move the toilet paper out of the way, grab what I need, and yeah. It's not perfect, but again, like I said, I really don't think there's a perfect way to do this. Then I ended up switching these baskets out. So this gold basket is what I used to have the hair stuff in. Instead, I moved those into this slightly smaller basket, and that's where I have my hairbrushes, my comb, and my scrunchies. And then I ended up putting, because this gold basket is a little bit bigger than those black baskets, I put all of the reusable pads and underwear into this basket. So they all fit in there. I mean, it's overflowing slightly, but that's fine. They'll just be like ready to pull out, which is nice. And then I have it stacked with that other bin that I used to soak them in. And then over here, I just have the tampons. And then I had an extra one of these baskets since I kind of consolidated the other stuff. The box of Effordent was very bulky anyway, so that way they'll be a little bit easier to grab in the morning anyway. Then I put Nathan's electric shaver there, some extra wipes under there, and then the hair tools are still in that basket, but just without the shelf underneath. So I actually think this works. It works well enough. And there's even a little bit of extra room you can see like underneath these shelves back there if I ever needed to fit something else in here somehow. There is a little bit of room to spare. So that is so much better than it was before, and taking out all of those travel bags was definitely the right move because it freed up just a lot of space. Yay, it looks so much better in here. I'm gonna put a little before and after of the counter. I feel like the medicine cabinet wasn't too crazy to begin with, so it's not like that drastic of a change here, but it's at least nice to feel like everything has a place in here. There's kind of like designated sections of space in here. So there's that. It's really nice having this huge medicine cabinet. It's very handy. But yeah, that's everything. Okay guys, time to tackle the beauty room now. It's just cluttered. It's really cluttered. This is my desk right now. I also just have random stuff on the floor. I have a bunch of products over here. This is what I was talking about with the sunscreens. So these are most, if not all, of the sunscreens I'm testing for my next sunscreen roundup, which will be going up in June. I've just been starting out by testing each one for one day, just so that I can try them all once, and then after I do that, then I'll actually test them. Like, I'll focus on one for a few days at a time. But for now, I'm kind of just getting the lay of the land with all of the ones that I'm trying out. So I've just been kind of in the mornings coming in here and grabbing one to test, like one that I haven't tried yet. So that's that. I also really want to do a video on sunscreen sticks. So that'll be later after this one, but sunscreen sticks are a good way to reapply sunscreen over makeup, but not all of them work well over makeup. So I want to test all of these with makeup and find out if any of them actually like don't mess up the makeup underneath when you use them, because I think that would be a real, that would be a real game changer for me to be able to reapply sunscreen over makeup. I think this is probably like the best way to do it. So that will be my next thing that I tackle, but I don't really need to have these sitting out right now. So I'm just gonna set up the camera and start like a speed cleaning of this room, and we'll go from there. Okay, this is so random, but I have this old pair of socks that is kind of losing its elasticity here in the ankle. So whenever I wear them, they just get all bunched up and it's annoying. So I've decided to retire them as socks, but I am going to make these into cleansing cuffs. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those like cleansing cuffs that you can wear around your wrist. so that when you're washing your face, the water doesn't get all over your sink and everything and like fall down your arms. I have just been using an old pair of socks to do that for the last like year, and it's been working great. I've also bought cleansing cups in the past and they also work fine, but I felt like the material was so thick that it got kind of like a mildewy smell no matter how many times I cleaned it, soaked it in vinegar. It just like, I could not get rid of the mildew smell with my first pair. And then my second pair lost its elasticity like after a year of using them. So I thought, you know, instead of spending money on this, like I feel like this is a pretty easy and free solution. So I'm just gonna cut the toe right off. All right. And there we go. So now, yeah, I think that should work. I mean, the other socks I've been using are like more of a fleece material, whereas this is more like your standard cotton ankle socks. But I'm gonna try these tonight. Hopefully these are absorbent enough to work for this. But there we go, got that done. So I got this dry erase board from our Buy Nothing group, and I don't know why there's a nail in it. I'm gonna throw this away. And I'm also gonna clean the front of this. And I'm thinking I'll hang this over here on this wall. So I put 4 pairs of command strips on the corners. Hopefully this will be good enough. It does have these little like hanging like things you could hammer a nail into the wall. I guess maybe use push pins. I don't know if that would be strong enough, but I'm just gonna try command hooks first. I think this should do the trick. Yay! Okay, here it is. I'm gonna fill it out for the month of April. Alright, all done. Shout out to this vacuum cleaner though. This is the Shark, one of the Shark vacuums. They make the best vacuums. We also have one of their little handheld ones. Love it. Amazing. I think I'm gonna be a loyal Shark customer for life. We used to have a Dyson back in when we lived in Georgia, and that one worked fine too, but I honestly feel like this works just as well. I literally bought this off of Facebook Marketplace for like 60 bucks last year when we moved to Seattle, and it is still going strong. Does such a great job. Okay, it looks so much better in here. Let me take you on a little tour. I am actually thinking about rearranging this room because I have a vision. The idea would be, instead of having this background with like the shelves and stuff, my background would just be these white closet doors. At first I didn't like the idea of having closet doors being my background, but I think with the background blurred, it might actually be pretty cute, especially with this arched mirror behind me. And then I might also just get like a little plant, probably a fake plant because I'm paranoid about plants with the cats, but like some kind of fake tree or something, maybe right there or maybe right here. By the way, the reason there's like stuff in front of these closet doors is to keep the cats from opening up the doors because they figured out how to do it. And we don't want them rummaging around in there, so that's why there's stuff blocking the doors right now. But yeah, I'm thinking about having just a little bit of a simpler background, and that way I could have the option of using natural light to film with this window. But the thing is, I would have to put up some blackout curtains because sometimes filming with natural light is so annoying, especially if the sun keeps going behind clouds. It's such a headache to deal with, to have to constantly change your camera settings. So that's why I've been using purely studio light for the past couple of years. But this room does get really beautiful light, especially in the summertime. So it would be nice to have just the option to open the curtains if it's like a day where there aren't a ton of clouds, or if it's just a cloudy day in general. That could actually work well, and it would be nice to have that option, especially for filming short form content. I really like using natural light for that. So if I do go through with this plan, then I would turn this desk so that it's basically up against that wall. Maybe just pull it out a little bit because there's a heater there, but we won't be using the heater probably after like this month. I would turn this desk, have it against that wall, put up curtains, and then I could always just use like a small table, like that folding table there, if I ever do want to film with this shelf in the background, or I might just completely get rid of the shelf. I don't know. I mean, I do have a fondness for this background. This has been my background for a while, having just the shelves on one side of me and then my Alex drawers on the other side. But the other thing I want to do is I think I do want to have these Alex drawers next to my vanity, because I feel like having them behind me, I'm way less likely to actually go in there and pick out products. I'm pretty much exclusively using my everyday makeup drawers, which is fine, but I also don't want to just completely forget about everything in there. Like sometimes I do want to grab something that's not in my everyday makeup drawers, and it would be a lot more convenient to do that if I had it just right next to the desk. So if I do change my background, then I wouldn't need this in the background, and so I would just move it next to the desk. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm still not fully decided on any of this, but also ignore my chicken scratch here from a video. I was like looking for eyeshadow dupes, but this is where I put the sunscreens for now. I have the sunscreen sticks in this basket. I found an extra basket I had. So I put the sunscreen sticks in there, and then I just have the regular sunscreens in this other box. That's gonna be where I keep them for now. I have them on top of this Yes Style advent calendar, which actually has a bunch of makeup in it that I need to donate. So a lot of stuff still on the to-do list, but I'm feeling really good about this room now. It feels so much better. Oh yeah, and in case you're wondering why these blankets are on the floor here, this is essentially a cat bed. Bee loves to lay on these blankets when I'm working. She likes to come in here and lay with me, so that's why those are right there. Okay, I feel so good having cleaned both this room and the bathroom. I just feel so refreshed. The next thing I want to do is honestly organize all of our closets, but especially this one, well, especially all of them, honestly. So I'm thinking that will probably be a task for another day. But today was great, very productive, but I love filming these clean with me vlogs. They're so much fun, and they're also so fun to edit too, so I can't wait to edit this one after this. Don't forget to check out Magic Mind if you're interested in trying out their productivity shots. Click the link in the description and use my promo code to get some money off. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. If you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hopefully I will talk to you again very soon in my next video.